today? I hope you're doing fine. Shall we sing our good morning song? Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Our day is beginning, there's so much to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, I hope everybody is doing well. Let's do some counting, shall we? How far do you want to count? I'm listening. How about 10, and then we'll count to 100 by 10s, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then it goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Very good. Now let's do our ABCs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And our letter today is the letter P. It makes a p sound, like pickles, and purple, and pink. I heard somebody say princess. How about the name Peter, Paul, Penny, Patty, puppies? And what we're going to talk about today is penguins. Do you know anything about penguins? Penguins are a bird. I have two different penguins. I have this silly one who's all dressed for Christmas or winter. And I have this one who looks like a real emperor penguin. Emperor penguins get very large. They can get as tall as a 6-year-old child. And the penguins live in the southern part of the continent. So they like to live down in a continent called Antarctica. Can you say that word? Antarctica. And it's very cold and icy there. They like to eat fish. They cannot fly, even though they have wings, but they can swim underwater very, very fast. And they have to be careful because they don't want to get near the sea lions and whales. Some of those things like to eat the penguins, so they have to be careful. But they do like it where it's very, very, very cold. Now let's listen to our first story about penguins, shall we? Tacky the Penguin. Written by Helen Lester and illustrated by Lynn Munzinger. There once lived a penguin. His home was a nice icy land he shared with his companions. Companions is another word for friends. His companions were named Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect. His name was Tacky. Tacky was an odd bird. Now look at him. He's a little bit shorter maybe than the other penguins, and he's got that Hawaiian shirt on with flowers. Every day, Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect greeted each other quietly and politely. Tacky greeted them with a hearty slap on the back and a loud, "What's happening?" Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect always marched. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, they marched to the left and to the right and to the left. But Tacky always marched 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, 0, 2.5, 0. He's all over the place, isn't he? His companions were graceful divers. That means they landed in the water gently. Tacky liked to do splashy cannonballs. Oh my, look at his bathing suit, and he's getting all the other penguins soaking wet. Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect always sang pretty songs like Sunrise on the Iceberg. Tacky always sang songs like How many toes does a fish have? Tacky was an odd bird. One day the penguins heard the thump, thump, thump of feet in the distance. This could mean only one thing. Hunters had come. Uh-oh. They came with maps and traps and rocks and locks, and they were rough and tough as the thump, thump, thump drew closer. The penguins could hear the growly voices chanting. We're gonna catch some pretty penguins and we'll march 'em with a switch. We'll sell them for $1 and get rich, rich, rich. Ooh, I don't know if I like them. Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect ran away in fright. They hid behind a block of ice. Do you see them? They're just peeking. Tacky stood alone. The hunters marched right up to him, chanting, We're gonna catch some pretty penguins and we'll march them with a switch. And we'll sell them for $1 and get rich, rich, rich. What's happening? Blared Tacky, giving one hunter an especially hearty slap on the back. They growled. We're hunting for some penguins. That's what's happening. Penguins? Said Tacky. Do you mean those birds that march neatly in a row? And he marched. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, 0, 2.5, 0. The hunters looked puzzled. He didn't march like the other penguins, did he? Do you mean those birds that dive so gracefully? Tacky asked. And he did a splashy cannonball, and the hunters looked wet. Oh my. Do you mean those birds that sing such pretty songs? Tacky began to sing, and from behind the blocks of ice came the voices of his companions, all singing as loudly and dreadfully as they could. How many toes does a fish have? And how many wings on a cow? I wonder, yup, I wonder. Oh my, look, the hunters are covering their ears. Well, the hunters could not stand the horrible singing. This could not be the land of the pretty penguins. They ran away with their hands clasped tightly over their ears, leaving behind their maps and traps and rocks and locks, and not looking at all rough and tough. Goodly, lovely, angel, neatly and perfectly hugged Tacky. Oh, Tacky was a odd bird, but a very nice bird to have around. See, he acted so strange he chased away the hunters, and they were thankful. The end. Welcome back. Well, this is what we're going to make today is this silly looking penguin like this. And so what you will get is a circle of black paper, some white paper for its belly, some orange paper to make a beak and feet, and these little round circles, which are called reinforcements, and they will work for the eyes. So what you will do, I hope you can see what I'm doing here. First, you want to fold in the pieces like this to make your wings on your penguin, but you don't want it all the way in the middle because you want to put the white belly in there. Okay? And then we're going to take the top and fold down to make his head. And then I took the piece of paper, and if you can see, you're going to get a piece like this, and I folded down one corner, and then I will cut. And that makes his beak. Okay? And these little circles are like stickers that you will put the penguin's eyes on. So there's his eyes, his belly and that, and then you'll glue this all down. I put a little bit of glue. Okay, first I put the glue on the white part. Put that sort of in the middle. Then I put a little bit of glue up here on the wing and on that side just to hold it down a little bit better. Folded that in, and then I put lots of glue underneath the part that you're going to fold down. Okay, so you're gluing that all down. And then putting some glue on the back of the beak. Putting that right under its eyes. Can you see that? And then for the feet, I folded that in half like that so that I'm cutting both feet at the same time. And I came down a little bit like that, almost like a triangle. And then I cut some little triangles out of the bottom to make his toes. See that? That way then you have both feet look the same. And you put some glue on the top of each one. And put those on the back of the bird so that the feet stick down. And there you have, oh, mine's over a little bit. Whoops. Let's move his feet a little bit more to the middle. There, how's that? Is that a little bit better? There. Put his feet in the middle, and there you have your penguin. So I hope you have fun with that. Now let's listen to our second story. Grumpy Pants by Claire Messer. Penguin was in a bad mood, a very bad mood. Oh, look at his face. He didn't know why, and he didn't care. He stomped his feet all the way home. He pulled off his grumpy coat, and he kicked off his grumpy boots, but he was still grumpy. Oh, look at his face. He tried to shake it off, but he was still grumpy. So he pulled off one grumpy sock and then the other, but he was still grumpy. So he took off his grumpy overalls. Nope, still grumpy. Look at his underwear. Finally, he took off his grumpy underpants. I'm still grumpy, you know. Then Penguin took a deep breath and he counted. 1, 2, 3. Splash! He's in the bathtub. And look, he's got a yellow ducky. The water was nice and cold. Penguin played with his duck. He hid under the water and made himself a bubble beard. Do you like to play in bubbles? Little by little, he was starting to feel much better. It was time to get out of the tub. He put on his favorite pajamas, and he had a steaming cup of hot chocolate. I wonder if there were marshmallows. He read his favorite book. He found his favorite teddy and climbed into bed. As Penguin fell asleep, he knew that tomorrow would be a good day because all the grumpiness had been washed away. The end. Welcome back. I hope you liked that story. And if you liked our story today about Tacky the Penguin, there are some other books here that I thought I would recommend. This one is called Tacky Goes to Camp. And then we have Penguin's Hidden Talent. Baby Penguins Love Their Mama, and A Penguin Story. They are all excellent books about penguins. So I hope you will check them out from our library. Now, I want to remind you, Monday, it's coming up, our Magical Winter Wonderland program. If you're not registered, please register. We're going to have lots and lots of fun. Miss Susie and I already tried it out, and we're going to make some fluffy, snowy slime and a snowman sensory bottle, plus lots of other things that we're going to do and surprise guests, and I think you'll really have a good time. So that is Monday at 11 o'clock. It's about a half hour. It might go a little bit over a half hour, but just about a half hour program on Monday. So let's, and it's not too late for you to pick up your packet to make a quilt square for our community quilt. We only have a couple that have been turned in, and we would really like to build a big quilt in the hallway. So please, please stop in if you can and get your packet. All right, let's finish up with our last song, shall we?
The more we get together, together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be.
See you Monday, I hope. Bye.